You ask your 3-year-old if they want their favorite snack. No. You ask if they want to go to the park. No. You ask if they want to stop being told no. And they say, you guessed it. No. If you are living with a 3-year-old right now, first of all, you're doing great. Second, this video is going to explain exactly what is happening inside their brain and why that relentless no is actually one of the most important things they can do for their development right now. Welcome back. Or if you're new here, this channel breaks down child development science into things you can actually use as a parent. Let's talk about the 3-year-old brain. At age 3, your child's brain is in the middle of one of its most intense construction phases. The neural connections formed in these early years lay the literal physical foundation for everything that comes after: learning, relationships, emotional regulation, confidence. But here's the tension, the part of the brain driving all of their big feelings and desires. The limbic system, the emotional brain, is firing on all cylinders. It's loud, it's powerful, and it wants what it wants right now. Meanwhile, the prefrontal cortex, the part responsible for impulse control, reasoning, patience, and the ability to hear "we're leaving in 5 minutes" without melting down, is nowhere near online yet. It won't be fully developed until around age 25. So your 3-year-old is essentially a Formula One engine in a car with no steering wheel and no brakes yet. Enormous power, limited control, and they feel every bit of that gap, which is deeply frustrating for them too. Child psychologist Dr. Sarah Bren describes it perfectly. Their competency doesn't match their autonomy. They want to do everything, decide everything, control everything, and their brain and body simply can't keep up with that desire yet. That mismatch, that's where the no lives. Here's the thing most parents don't realize. When a 3-year-old says no, they're usually not saying no to the thing you're asking. They're saying yes to themselves. According to Erik Erikson's framework for psychosocial development, which is still one of the most referenced models in developmental psychology, the core developmental task of toddlerhood is building autonomy. The child's entire psychological project right now is answering the question, am I a separate person with my own will, or am I just an extension of my parents? Every no is a data point in that experiment. They say no, something happens, they survive, and their brain files that away as, I have power, I exist, I matter. And here's the part that might reframe things entirely. Research on autonomy and child development shows that children who are given appropriate space to exercise autonomy in toddlerhood grow into more confident, more independent, and more resilient adults, not more defiant ones. The no phase, when responded to well, is literally building their self-esteem. The danger isn't a child who says no too much. According to developmental research, it's a child who learns that saying no leads to shame, who learns that making independent decisions is something to be embarrassed about. That's the outcome we actually want to avoid. There's also a fascinating neuroscience angle here that explains why the no feels so all or nothing. Neuroscientists describe the brain as fundamentally a prediction machine. At every moment, the brain is subconsciously predicting what comes next and preparing for it. When those predictions are met, everything feels safe and calm. When they're violated, the brain registers it as a threat and activates the stress response. 3-year-olds live and die by their predictions. Their whole sense of safety is built on routine, expectation, and a feeling of control over their environment. So when you change the plan, offer something unexpected, or ask them to do something they didn't anticipate, their brain can genuinely experience that as a threat, not a metaphorical threat, an actual neurological alarm. That's why a 3-year-old can have a complete meltdown over something as minor as their sandwich being cut into squares instead of triangles. It wasn't about the sandwich. It was a prediction violation. Their brain expected triangles, got squares, and sounded the alarm. This is also why transitions are so hard at this age. Moving from one activity to the next requires the brain to abandon its current prediction model and build a new one, on the fly, under pressure, with an underdeveloped prefrontal cortex. That's a heavy cognitive load for a little brain. So now that you understand what's driving the no, what do you actually do about it? Here are 4 strategies that work with the brain, not against it. Strategy 1, offer controlled choices. Instead of put your shoes on, try, do you want to put the left shoe on first or the right shoe? Both options lead to the same outcome. Shoes go on. But your child's brain experiences one of them as a command and the other as an exercise of autonomy. The no disappears because there's nothing to say no to. Research consistently shows that giving toddlers structured choices, limited options within clear boundaries, dramatically reduces defiance and increases cooperation. Strategy 2, give transition warnings. Because their brain struggles with unexpected shifts, a heads up is everything. In 5 minutes, we're going to clean up. Then 2 more minutes. Then 1 minute, last one. You're giving their prediction system time to update. The transition stops being a surprise and becomes an expected event. Less threat, less no. Strategy 3, name what they do have control over. When you have to say no to something, and sometimes you do, immediately pivot to what they can control. You can't have a cookie right now, but you can choose your snack from these 2 options. You're not negotiating. You're redirecting their need for autonomy towards something safe. Strategy 4, don't take the bait. Sometimes a 3-year-old says no just to see what happens. They're running an experiment. If I push back, what do you do? If the answer is you escalate, they escalate. If the answer is you stay calm and hold the boundary warmly, the experiment ends quickly. Your regulated response is the most powerful de-escalation tool you have. I want to leave you with this. The 3-year-old who argues about everything, who says no to the sky being blue, who insists on wearing their rain boots in July, that child is doing exactly what a healthy, developing 3-year-old brain is supposed to do. They are building a self. They're discovering that they have a will, a voice, a perspective that is separate from yours. And they are doing it with a brain that is underpowered for the task, which is why it looks so messy from the outside. Your job isn't to eliminate the no. It's to hold the boundary with enough warmth that they feel safe to keep exploring, and enough consistency that they start to trust that the world makes sense. The Threenager phase doesn't last forever, but the confidence, the self-trust, and the sense of autonomy they're building right now, that lasts a lifetime. If this helped you make sense of the chaos, hit the like button. It really does help more parents find this content, and save it for the next time you're negotiating with your Threenager about whether water is wet. Drop a comment below. What's the most ridiculous thing your 3-year-old has said no to? I read every single one. See you in the next video. Thanks for watching.